Evening to you. As the room filler, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys, sports talk, and beyond. Let's get it. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Come on. Mount up. Next man up, by the way, Times. Jets defense, they're going to bring it, right? They're going to be right here. But we ain't going anywhere. Bring it. Come on. As Tupac would say, my 4-4 make sure all your kids won't grow. Let's get it. Come on. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party, baby. Come on. Hey. Oh.
Let me crack your cranium. Fertilize your brain.
Come on. Let's get it. The name is Law Nation. Yeah. Get ready, baby. Who running? Who running? Who running? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on. Come on. All right. Come on. What's good with you all? Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I thank everybody for being part of this beautiful show that we're going to try to display today. We got a lot of things going. I got a pregame show that we're going to do. This is just a pregame show, right? And then we got a pregame show brought to you by PrizePicks. And then we got the play-by-play analysis brought to you by PrizePicks. And then the postgame. So if you rocking and rolling with the nation, then this because of you, we are able to get all of these resources. We are able to get all of these great things going, not good things, great things. And if you're thinking about jumping on aboard, sponsors and everybody else, hey, there's time. There's still time. We're not turning down nothing because, hey, say it one more time.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Hey, man, the playmaker is so crazy, man. Hey. Who got a chance to see the Colorado game last night, man? It was like, or early this morning. People on the East Coast was like, hey, man, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and we still watching prime time for your mind. You know what I'm saying? Prime took them shades off, though. My guy Prime, he had to take them shades off, though, after a period of time. That boy was sweating, boy. You thought that he was going to put on a uniform. But, hey, at the end of the day.
Give me my theme music.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. A lot of people was up late last night, man. And the essence of football, man, brings out a lot of things, man. We even got a chance to see Stephen A. Smith and Terrell Owens yesterday get into it over the small things about just being in this space, bro. And being in this space can cause you to have frictions and bring up old stuff, and and they were about to throw them hands, so we was like, yeah.
Yeah. They squabbling out there now.
They squabbling. Yeah. So, hey, it's enough. Yeah. Yeah. So, the backstory of that is because, T.O., he support Prime, and you know how that story goes. And, of course, everybody for the culture, and they support, Prime, and when you at the same place at the same time, old stuff being brought up, and the backstory, a lot of people are like, hey, Law, what's the backstory before we get into these Cowboys? Law, what's the backstory? Well, the backstory, T.O. said that Max Kellerman was more black than Stephen A. Smith, you know what I'm saying? And Stephen A. Smith went on a podcast, and he talked about the reason why he couldn't work with Max Kellerman. Short story, by the way. And to me personally, Max Kellerman, delivery was straight, He had some punches, man. When he was on the show with Stephen A. Smith, the only thing that we can look back at Max Kellerman and say, hey, man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Was,
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Two things. When he said Iguodala, and then he was saying something about whoever, I think, who was it he said that was better than Kobe Bean Bryant? Those are the only two things that you can really point out, you know. But outside of that, when T.O. picked sides with Max Kellerman, and you got a lot of people picking sides with Max Kellerman, you know, it caused some type of frictions. And of course, Max got the boot. Josina Anderson was like, hey, you know, it is what it is. Max Kellerman shouldn't have lost his job and stuff like that. So to make a long story short, hey, they got into it. And I sit back and watch. I love it. You know, shout out to Stephen A. Smith. But it is what it is. But everybody knows that their show haven't been the same since Max left. You know, Max will bring the facts, man. So I like Max facts, you know, on all of that stuff. So it is what it is. But moving forward, last night, the game was spectacular, but it goes down to this right here. And we're going to make this transition over to Cowboys talk, next man up talk. It goes to this point and to this degree. Coaching matters. Coaches, Kawhi Leonard, yeah. Appreciate you, Rev. He said that Kawhi Leonard was better than Kobe Bean Bryant. Hey, that's the only thing.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
That's the only thing that threw Max Kellerman off, man. And you know, it's just outside of that probably was his worst debate ever, you know. But that's a whole nother storyline. Back to the Cowboys. Coaching matter. Looking back at this Colorado's game versus Colorado State. Shout out to Colorado State. We all seen Michael Gallup come from Colorado State, and Gallup did his deal when he was playing for them. And, you know, some good players do come out of Colorado in general. So when we go in to look into this, coaching matter. That team only won one game last year. At some point in the fourth quarter, they said trailing by 11. That team is 1-64. Trailing by 11 points, that team is 1-64. See, some people will go back and forth and say, well, hey, they supposed to do that to Colorado State. They don't have the amount of weapons of recruits or what have you. Well, when it's a rivalry game, you supposed to be able to look at it and throw all that record stuff out the window. So that's why it's always confusing to me when they say, hey, man, the Giants-Cowboys rivalry game. Then we look at the score sheet just last week, 40-0. What rivalry, you know? I mean, we look at the situation that Dak Prescott under center, when he's out there healthy, the Cowboys are 11-0 versus the Giants, right? What rivalry, right? So when we start talking about the Giants or the Eagles or the Washington team and they say that they are rivalries of us, where? You're supposed to keep this thing close at some point if it's a natural rivalry. Now, what people do is they like to ruminate and then they like to stretch out the timeline and say, well, since 2000 or well, since 2007. Well, that is for you. That is for you to have a good feeling. Because when you start using and picking and cherry picking the dates and time frames, right? That means that, okay, you're going to pick out the dates and the time frame when we had, what's that dude, Dave Campo, 5-11, 5-11, 5-11, right? And then you want to pick out the dates and the time frame when we had Jason Garrett for 13 seasons, basically, to make you feel good, right? To talk bad about us, you know what I'm saying? When you can't even spell your name right? Now we need to start asking, hey, Washington, can you spell Washington? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Giants, spell Giants. You know what I'm saying? Because we for dog sure know this is how the Eagles spell the Eagles. Let Montisha speak right quick.
You're looking great. Go Birds. Let's go Birds.
Hey, Montisha, baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. She was sober, too. See, Nick, you ain't lying. Yeah. So, in actuality, man, if y'all ain't rooting for me, if y'all not rooting for me like Michael Irvin rooting for doggone Prime and everything, I don't want y'all in my corner. Let's listen to this dude right quick.
Let me.
Oh my
crack your
God!
cranium.
Did you see that game? Prime time. What?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world, that's how you supposed to root for your homie. That's how you supposed to root for your boy. There's some people out there that be secretly rooting against you, even though you're on the same team. There are people that really represent the Cowboys that saying, hey man, we finna lose, man. We got no chance, man. Brandon Cooks is out, right? Oh my goodness, man. And then just for me to be, 1,000 with y'all, I went back and I ain't gonna dox y'all. I ain't gonna pull up y'all stuff. But this is the last time, dog. This is the last time, because what I did was I said, all right, cool. Let me go back. And some of y'all watching, I ain't going to point you out. Some of y'all are watching right now that I went back and looked at the comments from last week when they announced that Tyler Smith is out, right? When they said that Tyron Smith is nimble and he's not going to really be able to play 100%. And y'all in them comments, y'all, we gonna lose, man. The Giants, the G, man, about to beat us down. That's why I can't stand the front office. That's why I can't stand this team. I always getting hurt. I'm sitting here like, dude, don't delete your comments now. You know what I'm saying? All I did was put a smile on that doggone post. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, it's still up there. Y'all go to my IG page. Y'all go to my Facebook page, read those comments when we put out, hey, X, Y, and Z players not able to play. And the whiny, fickle fans are crying, this is the same old Cowboys. We're going to lose. Injuries are a part of the game. That's just what it is. Recoveries are part of the game. Look, nobody's going to have a team of 69 players collectively when you add the practice squad. 53 men that's active, or 48, I believe, that's active during game day, that everybody's going to be healthy throughout the entire season. That is why when you go into training camp, that's why you build up your team for depth. That is why it's so important that in the last 3 seasons that we had under a real coach, that we got a chance to see when there's drop off, when there are injuries, that the next man stand up and the next man stand tall. A third of the people were crying, you know what I'm saying, when Malik Hooker, because I got the post still, you know what I'm saying, crying. Oh, man, Malik Hooker, he's injured. He's illness. Oh, he suck. He's trash. Y'all so quick to call somebody trash injury prone. He actually balled out last week. A lot of people talk bad about Dono, right, since he was out week 1, right? He could play today. It's doubtful, though. I don't think he will play today. But Wanye did a great job. Did he do a great job? Did he force some good plays out there? Yes. Bland did a great job. Although Bland been doing a great job since last season, but that is the ideology of good teams with great coaches, right? Well, good teams with good coaches, not going to put these guys in a great category just yet, But, Lord Nova 85 says, what's up, Law? Go Cowboys. This D is going to eat today. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So my thing is the Cowboys versus the Jets. Yes, we got a situation whereas them on the opposite end, they trying to rally behind the fact that they won last week. And even if it's by chance, they looking at this opportunity to say, hey, they going up against the mighty Cowboys. If they can put something down on us, then they can ride with that momentum. Is Brandon Cooks playing? According to my resources here, Clarence Hill, and let me see if I can put it up this way. He says wide receiver Brandon Cooks not playing today is big setback. For the Cowboys offense, they can't replace his speed and savvy. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a very savvy route runner. But the Jets are without Aaron Rodgers. No excuses. The Jets without Aaron Rodgers, the Cowboys without Brandon Cooks, right? Or the Cowboys may still be without Tyler Smith. Or even if you bring back Tyler Smith too soon, he may not be 100%. Those are the things that we call football. But everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. Write that down. Nobody care if you were born into a family that's only making $25,000 a year. Nobody care about this. This world don't care about that. Nobody care whether or not you got a car to go to work or back. You know what I'm saying? This world will chew you up and spit you out. It's all about how you fix yourself in order to be ready for life. I tell people all the time, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. You see? Nobody cares. There's not nobody's going to send you flowers every day. When you're going through your darkest time or your roughest times, right, you better find some sources to pull from, right? And you better have your stuff in line to have your stuff in order. But what people tend to do is they're going to sully and denigrate you based off of what you did in the past. The Cowboys got a bad slate for 27 years. Nobody is giving us grace and mercy saying, well, hey, Law, let's put these contexts into mind. 13 of those 27 years, you had Jason Garrett. Oh, excuse me. Oh, man, 3 of those years for sure you had Dave Campo. Nobody's putting those things into context here. And nobody's putting the whole ramifications of Mike McCarthy being here, and he had to sit back with his hands folded because the Jones administration loved Kellen Moore. Nobody want that. Everyone, look, regardless of what happened just last night, nobody cared that Travis Hunter finished the game. They was already writing. Prime time is now humbled, right? That dude that he shook his hand, I guarantee you, he probably put some shades on at the press conference. Said, see, I told you. Mama said, take them shades and those hats off when you're talking to me. Now I gave him some humble pie. He had his speech already written. But dedication, hard work, and determination. Right? The extra work that Shador put in, he said, hey, if TB12 can do it, Brady mode, I can do it, right? So it's all about positioning yourself and putting yourself in the right spaces and places, right? Black Lion says, we have a lot of whining and overreacting fans. Law, we do. Yes, we do. Shoot. They won't even stand to fight. They hear this one time. They go, man. Hey, man, the codes up, down, left, right, A, B, select, start, man. That's the codes, man. To the safe, man. Hey, dude don't even got no bullets in there. He just, they ready to give up. 30 of y'all ready to give up on me. I had somebody mad at me last year just for me being positive, right? Like, God dog, my positivity is a negative to you. Come on, man. I got people to think that I control the outcome of the game. Like, come on, listen. Like, I don't control the outcome of the game. Hey, Law, you shouldn't be talking boldly about those Cowboys. They are who they are. No. I don't control the outcome of the game. Those boys who getting those checks do. Now, if they want to go ahead and pay me, then hey, do that. I wouldn't mind cashing those checks, you know what I'm saying? I got kids in private school. Them things expensive. Plus, we playing some ISDs around here. And we got property taxes that's going up every month. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, cut me that check. I don't mind. I'll spend it in the right way. Come on. Shout out to y'all, man. Zachariah says, will the Cowboy fans see Jalen Tolbert today play today? Yes. They should get a chance to see him. We still should be able to be a run-first team. Run to open up the pass. 3-step drop should be there. We shouldn't force anything. Sometimes the punt will still be the best play. Let me repeat for those way in the back, the punt can be the best play. Get them down inside. Trust and lean on your defense. Understand your resources right now. This is not a trap game. No, there should be no trap game week 2. There shouldn't be a single trap game on the schedule.
QWN Cowboy Sports $10. I think we need to bring back Panic Man Law. Crybabies.
Most certainly. Queen with the super chat. Appreciate you. Yeah, we do probably need to bring them crybabies, Panic Man back. Shout out to you, 55. Appreciate you. A microphone. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Yes, indeed. Facts are facts. Yes, indeed. So there's no such things as trap games in the National Football League. Everybody is one hit away from being a Ryan Shazier. Let me repeat, everybody's one hit away from being a Ryan Shazier. These guys are not getting paid peanuts around here. That trap game stuff was when there was no parity in the league. Now there's parity in the league. Every team can get up on you one way or another. Hey, week 1, if somebody said the Cards are a trap game. Week 1, shoot, what did the Cards do to the Washington? They put hands on them. Them boys fighting for their life. Them boys fighting for their life. On every single team you can look at and say, hey, I would love to have that guy on my team. There's people right now would give a spleen away to have Breece Hall over here right about now, right? There's people that look at the Arizona Cardinals next week will say, shoot, give me Buddha lover. Gotta learn how to love how to smoke the Buddha. You would love to have Buddha over here. Come on, y'all. Y'all know, come on. So every team got a dog. Every team got someone that can make some changes to your philosophy and your reasonable thinking. So come on, man. So there's no trap game. That's something that the media like to talk about. That's something that they would like to shoot. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Yes, indeed. So there's a situation that when we playing against this particular team, when we look at what they average yards passing or total yards per game was 312. That's what they did. Total. Let me see if I can blow it up in a different way. Let me see if I can copy and paste this. Y'all bear with me. Give y'all some matchup time for your mind. Yup, boom. Yeah, so we see it right here. You see it right here. It's not the best illustration, but it's up there. Yards passing per game. Y'all can see the top of my head. It says 312. 312. All right, and we had 265 in the rain. Okay, yards passing 140. We had 143. Yards rushing, 172, 122. Yards allowed, they allowed 333 yards. We only allowed 218. We remember we was talking about Ravens, right? 2,000 Ravens. For context, to contextualize their style of defense, they only allowed 162 yards a game. Let me repeat, 162 yards a game. So, and trust and believe, we had rain on our side. I don't think they played in a lot of monsoon games. So that's 56 yards less. 218 minus, 162. Yeah, that's 56 points 56 yards, I meant to say, less. So in order for us to say, hey, man, we're going to be this juggernaut of a defense, we're going to have to slow some stuff down. Right. That's 56 yards that we're going to have to make sure that they don't allow. And then on top of that, we on pace as far as points allowed because they allowed 10 points a game. 10 points a game. That's crazy. I think it's like 10.3 or something like that. And I said, I'm going to round down, right? So when we start talking about a team versus a team, we got to look into this thing right here. And, of course, let's see. I think Becton, he's questionable. I think he's still going to suit up today. Brown, he's questionable. Those are two of their top offensive linemen, and they questionable, right? Breece Hall, I think he's going to play today, but he's questionable. Zerline is out, and, of course, Aaron Rodgers, he's out. So we got doubtful for Dono and Zach Martin. We know that he got a growing pool, and that's not the greatest of the greatest news, but we had some information that was told to us that it was out of cautions that they didn't really want to, push him that much this week in practice. So he is playing today. And then Tyler Smith, he is playing today according to the reports. I would say this, though. Whenever you have a player to sit out, hear me out, and there's no shade or nothing thrown at my guy, Zach Martin. But whenever you have a player that sits out during the training camp, preseason, and things like that, be mindful of the soft tissue issues that could arrive, right? So just be mindful of those things, right? And not to get y'all into panic mode or what have you. I'll have to bring Panic Man back one day. I'm going to find out where I put him at. I think I put him somewhere right here. Oh, not to press the panic button over here. Not to have somebody crying because Zach Martin is not here or what have you. I truly believe he will play today. There go my panic guy. I don't know where my panic man is. Where's my panic guy? There you go. Yes, indeed. There you go. I found him. Queen, I got him right here. Just to make sure that you guys don't be into the mindset of panicking, I truly believe Zach Martin will be out there, right? It's just the bottom line. Now, there you go. I'll just do the whole show like that. Press the button. Press the button one more time. Hey, yeah. Put him on fire. Ah! Snipe him. Snipe him. He gone, y'all. That brother on fire right there. Let's get that fire up off of him. But y'all give it what I'm saying. Not the panic, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Once again, when we look into this, we will do our pregame, our postgame, as well as during the game. We do all three of those a little later on. I just wanted to get this information out. Brandon Cooks, he's not playing today, according to Clarence. And if he do get out there, there will be, hey, we need this man. We need this man down the stretch. You shouldn't rush a guy. We are with the mindset that Jalen Tolbert, he took a turn in the right direction all off season, preseason. And when his name and number is called, he got high upside. He's a 4-4 guy. He can find the soft areas in his zone. And for those who were saying, hey, get rid of Michael Gallup, now you see why we have Gallup, right? So Gallup, we need to see what he's going to bring in to the table. Hopefully no stop or hitch routes on the outside. I like to see him on those slants. I like to see him on a fade ball. I like to see him on a drag underneath, or a deep drag over the top. I think those plays are where Gallup can eat at. And then Lamb, you can continue to put Lamb all over the field. You can continue to put Lamb all over the field. Let's go. Let's be victorious, Cowboy Nation. We're going to get on up out of here, but I just want to leave with this message right here with what Prime said, too. It's 52 seconds about this.
No, I know Shador kind of got in between it. But no, I don't. Man, I don't hold. I could be petty if they petty, but I ain't got time for that, man. I'm on to bigger things. I'm happy for the brother. I really am, man. I'm happy that they fought, that they played a good game. I'm happy he's a head coach. I'm happy for any brother that's doing it and successful, man. I truly am. I don't know where all this stuff comes from. I have to respond because, you know, it's my mama taught me that. You know, just ain't gonna type me and I'm gonna sit back and ain't gonna say nothing. But I'm happy for that dude, man. I don't know him, but I'm happy for him. I wish the best for him. I really do. Nothing. My success ain't got nothing to do with his. So why would I
Write
want
that
him
down.
to succeed? I don't know how people get down like that. My blessings ain't got nothing to do with his blessings.
No doubt. Y'all listen to Prime. On top of that, ladies and gentlemen, understand success is subjective. It is. Some people look at success as getting out of high school. They made it. All of those years, now they out. Some people look at success graduating from college, right? Getting that job. But I come here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, in the words of the playmaker,
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
there's very much so proven with historical data, evidence, that just because you graduated from high school or college doesn't equate that you are going to be ultimately successful, because it really is subjective. I think the guy that created Facebook, he didn't graduate from college. He dropped out. Kanye West dropped out. Oprah dropped out. The guy that got the KFC chicken, I know he's somewhere gone. You know what I'm saying? He didn't finish his dream until he was like 56, 57. That man was old and gray. But he put chicken in a bucket and said, pluck it. Let's go. See, some people like to put it into rooms that the Cowboys are not successful. Because the subjective part of it is they got some of y'all believing that 1-3 in the Super Bowl is more than being a 5-time champ, right? Some people like to say that the Giants are 8-time champs. They're 8-time world champions, right? The Eagles, they got 90 rings or what have you, however that they're saying when they was playing in 1932, right? I mean, they were talking about when they was doing things in 1912 and all of that. They successful. They got more rings, right? When you add them all together collectively, world champions, right? But what have the Eagles, the Washington, and the Giants been doing since 1960? They've been looking up to the mighty Cowboys. It's to the point that they're watching us this day, and they're gonna know more about our team than their team. They are front row fans that refuse to wear the Cowboys gear. That's all it is. Yes, indeed. So the Cowboys today, win, lose, or draw, we're rooting for them. Yes, indeed. Get the selfie stick out. Yeah. Cowboy Nation, how bad do you want it? I'm saying this till I'm blue, Cowboys blue in the face. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time and your peace, and if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, and plan, and lose all terror of your mind. If you would simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and scarcity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or poverty or famish or fame or sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, you will get it. Check me out pregame in about 2 hours or such. You know, we'll be back live talking to you, and we'll open up the phone lines to see what type of predictions you have DC for life, not for short. Let's go, baby. Let's get it.
All I ask.
Yeah. Let's get on up out of here. DC for life. Salute.
Damn.
Let go. Later.
Give me my theme music.
Roll those creds. Game day, baby. Swat up, baby. Come on. Let's get it. Come on, baby. Next man up. The Jets, we coming. Pause. Shout out to you. Gary Stokes. Easy. I see you, Johnson. Super chat. Shout out to you, Lord Nova. Echoes, Black Lion. Zachary. 55. Come on. She's your queen to be. For the super chat.
Let me crack your cranium.
Greens and places all the same. I still saving, roll my change. Take some losses when I play. Charge it to the game.
Parson.
I'm with L, yeah, I'm with
Come on.
T-Mac, I'm with Reverend now.
Hey.
I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and
Who will all?
still the same, now switching sides, now it's that loyalty. You switch sides, I'm for the bag, and that's worth more to me.
Hey.
I mix Nike with designer, I experiment.
One love, sharing is caring. Come on, get us to 113,000. Come on. Get us up there, baby. Shout out to you, Eastside. We're rooting for the Texans today, too, man. Come on, Texans. Running them up, baby. Michael Galloway. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. But shout out to Michael Gallup. Let him go. 115, that's next. I got you, Rev. Yeah, come on.
I just be off the dome.
Hey.
I never own no chrome.
Hey.
Too many foes and clones. Yeah, yeah. I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone.
Come on.
I've been really in the field. Let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just
wanna run it up.
don't need no diesel.
In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right. No, it's not hard to fool me, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah, lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. So tell your good nights, 'cause I'll buy no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell you good nights, 'cause I'll buy no matter what. Ooh, susceptible now before the moment flies. It's not a problem, 'cause I know what I'm
Until next
getting
time.
into.
Yes.
Yeah, and nothing can stop me, 'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say.
We answered. I caught some. I probably had it. But it goes to show you who's a better team. Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go, birds, fly, Eagles, fly.
One more
Still
time for
Super
your
Bowl
daughter,
champion.
man. Think I'm not teaching you.
Let's go Birds! E-L-G-S-E-S,
Dallas are up. Let's go. Salute. Come on, baby. Let's get it. DC for life, not for short. Let's beat up on somebody else that's wearing green today. Come on.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on.